Life moves fast. You know, one day we're young, the next minute we wake up and we're 30, we're like, where did my life go? 10 years later, where did my life go? Life moves fast. It doesn't stop for anyone. And most of us spend it chasing, comparing, pretending, and forgetting what really matters in our life. So if you're feeling lost right now, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you feel like something's missing in your life, just pause for a second. Because these 7 truths, the truths that I'm going to give you, they are the reminders that I wish someone had given me so many years ago. Now, these are hard truths, they're heart truths, and they're the kind of truths that will shift everything if you allow them, if you take them on board, and if you go, you know what, I'm actually going to be serious about changing my life and be serious about becoming the best version of yourself, because I'm giving you these things that really I wish I learned many years ago, because it would have changed everything for me, and I hope that these shift everything for you as well. Hey, it's Brendon. Welcome to the video. Now, there's no coincidence that you're here watching this video right now. You know, everything is all happening exactly the way it needs to. And I can't tell you how many times men come into our programs and it's like they clicked on this ad or they clicked on some video that came right at the perfect time. I'm like, interesting how that happens. So this video, there's no coincidence that you're watching this. This is coming at the perfect time for you. And I hope that you take this on board and you take every single of these 7 lessons on board, because most men will learn this too late and they'll go, man, I wish I learned this earlier. So let me rip through these super quick. I'll explain them a little bit and then go out and make them your identity. Things that you really need to write down, things that you really need to study, things that you need to understand, and just be able to go, you know what, this is going to make my life better. So number 1, this is a big one. Life is not meant to be so serious. Make time for fun, for joy, and for play. You know, I would say that I still probably am quite serious, but I'm learning so much more to have fun and to have joy and be playful. Because at the end of the day, what's the point? You know, if we're not having fun, if we're not having joy in our life, if we're not enjoying things, if we're not playing, what's the point? What's the point of doing things? Now, I get that there's times in life when it has to be serious. You know, at the time of filming this, my father's in hospital. He's been in ICU for a week and a half. He died on the operating table at one point. You know, that was quite a serious time. Like, you know, walking in and we're hearing about how his surgery went after he just had to be resuscitated. Like, that's not necessarily the time for fun and joy and making jokes, right? So we were serious then. So there's times when serious is necessary, but there's also times when you don't have to be so serious. Hey, it's Brendon. Quick interruption to your regularly scheduled video. I want to let you know of an opportunity that you have to go even deeper into this work together. Now, if you have not yet, please check out the description down below. And in there, we've got links to both Launch, our 3-day event, and also Ascend, our high performance mastermind. Now, Launch, it's our 3-day event, and it's the most ruthlessly effective event to change your brain, for you to become more aware of the subconscious programs and beliefs that have been holding you back, and to teach you the tools, the techniques, and the processes to dramatically transform those programs and those beliefs and literally rewire your brain. Again, Launch, it's our 3-day event, and we run them 5 times a year. We also have Ascend, which is our 12-month high-performing mastermind for men who are committed to their growth and who want to totally recreate themselves. I literally want to send you a new birth certificate in 12 months' time because you've grown that much. So if you're a man and you want to go fast, you want to go big, and you understand that you don't want to put off living life at your potential, and you don't want to hold on to any unnecessary stress, anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, or suffering, and you want to be liberated from those habits of thinking and live life to the fullest. So check out the links in the description, take a look at the program information and the amazing success stories from the men just like you who have gone through some of their programs, and I'll see you on the other side. And now, let's get back to the video. Just think about life. It's not just a checklist. It's not just about grinding and hustling and achieving. You know, I work a lot because I love it. And I work a lot because I want to achieve things, because I want to look back and see how much I've helped the world, and it just gives me such a good feeling. But I can do that from a place of having fun and joy and really loving my life, rather than doing it from a place of like, I need to just go and hurry and hustle and grind. A big thing for me now is trying to have as much fun as I can. Trying to make things so much more fun, because it just makes everything better. Life is about laughing until you cry. It's about dancing when no one's watching, dancing when you're in the kitchen, when there's no music, just mucking around, being silly. It's about doing stupid things with the people that you love, and remembering what life really means to be alive. And remembering what it really means like to be alive. If you wait until everything's perfect to enjoy your life, you'll miss your whole damn life. If you wait until that you reach this certain level in whether it's any area of life, whether it's health, whether it's career, whether it's finance, whether it's success, if you wait to that you're at that level before you choose to enjoy life, you're going to miss your whole life. You're going to look back and be like, I just wasted my whole life. Let joy be a discipline, not an afterthought. So ask yourself this question all the time. What can I do that's going to help me experience more joy when I'm doing this? How can I be happy and have more fun doing this? Your workplace. So many people, they hate going to work, or they wish they didn't have to go for work. Well, there's two ways, right? You're going to be at work anyway. Unless you win the lotto, unless you decide to start your own business, you're going to be at work anyway. So you can be miserable there and you can be serious, or you can have fun. It's a choice that you get to have. So default to joy, default to happiness, and you'll find that life is magical when you can do this. Number 2, circumstances will never define you unless you decide to let them. What happens to you is real. I'm not saying that it's not, but it doesn't have to become who you are. You are not your past, you are not your pain, and you are not your failures. You are not your thoughts. You are not your bank balance. You're not your relationship status. You're not the opinions of others. The moment that you stop saying, why me, and start asking, what now? What's next? Try me. Your whole life shifts. Victims are born from excuses. Leaders are born from responsibility. If you can understand that everything is always working out for you, and even the times when you think that they're not, they are, you've just decided that you're letting yourself be dictated by someone else's choices or someone else's situations or things that were out of your control. One of the most amazing things that you can ever do in your life is to find peace by finding the hardest things that you've ever had to go through and finding how that was good. Finding the good in it. Finding the gold that's in there. What are the benefits? What are the things that come from that? The good. What has it given you greater appreciation for? That situation, how has it been good for you? When you can find that, you'll realize that the circumstances in your life never define you. You have control. You won't live a life of suffering then, because you'll realize that you get the power to choose how you want to feel, how you want to react, how you want to respond to certain situations. Number 3, if you don't learn to control your mind will control you. You will be a puppet to your own mind. It sounds funny, right? But so many people are. They realize that they can't control their thoughts, or they think that they can't control their thoughts. But your mind is a tool. It's not your master. You have a mind, but you can control it. You are not the victim and the master to it. If you don't train it, it's like a monkey. It's like a wild animal. You need to train it. It will run on fear, on doubt, and old programming if you don't train it. You will overthink, you will self-sabotage, and you will believe every lie that life throws at you if you do not control your mind. But when you slow down, when you breathe, when you challenge the thoughts, when you ask yourself, is this true? You begin to realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the one who hears them. You have thoughts, you are not your thoughts. The greatest secret in this world is to understand that you don't have to believe every thought that you think. Train your mind like a warrior, guard it like a temple. One of the best ways to train your mind is through meditation. Every time your mind wanders off, bring it back and focus on something. Bring it back, focus on something. So easy. Train your mind, and then your life will be a reflection of that, and then you will be able to create anything that you want in your life because you'll have control over your mind. Number 4, make a plan and go with the flow as well. This one is a key point. Structure is strength. It's really good to make a plan. You know the saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. But also, we need to be adaptable, right? The vision that you have, the plan, it gives you direction, but don't confuse control with power, because life is going to throw you curveballs. Things are always going to work out differently. This is why a lot of people, they write a business plan, but I can tell you now that it doesn't take long before that business plan that they wrote isn't relevant because something else has come up that they didn't even know that was going on. So plans will fail. People will change. Things will not work out. Dates will get pushed back. You will be stretched. So yes, it's important to have a vision. It's important to know your goals. It's important to know where you're heading, but be like water, like Bruce Lee said. Be like water. Be adaptable. Be able to flow through things if you need to. So it's like, I'm heading this way, this is the plan, step by step by step, but then all of a sudden you get here and something doesn't work out. It's like, okay, well, I need to shift over here and then keep going with this plan or shift the plan. So it's like, have that plan, that's the direction, but don't be attached to it, and be willing to go with the flow if you need to. Let go of the need to force everything. Sometimes in life, the detour is the path. Sometimes in life, you go the detour and you meet someone or you get connected with someone that you are like, I'm so glad that I went that way. I don't know how many times in life where it's like, I've made a decision where it's like, I'm going to go do this thing, which is different to what I wanted to do, which is different what I had planned, and it was the best thing that ever happened. I'm trying to say yes to a few more things in my life that maybe I would have said no to. Maybe it's like, people inviting me to different events, or, there's a lot of people who invite me to VIP events and stuff that I get tickets to, personal development events or, network things. And so I used to go, nah, I'm not, I'm busy or I've got plans that day. But now I'll be like, okay, how can I make this work? What can I do to shift this so I can get there? And I've met some amazing people. I've had some amazing connections come from that, all because I was able to detour from the path that I had planned and go, you know what? I'm going to make this happen, and I'm just going to kind of figure things out as well. And that is where everything will change, when you start understanding that you have this plan of going this way, but it's okay to detour and be like water. Number 5, you'll never be able to please everyone. This one's a big one. No matter how perfect you try to be, someone will still criticize you, someone will still judge you, and someone will still misunderstand you. And let them do that. You'll never be able to understand and get along with everyone. You'll never like everyone. So why do you expect others to like you? If you don't like everyone, everyone's not going to like you. It's just a fact. Let them. The more people that dislike you, the more people there are that will like you, and the more that you just there. The universe is saying, they're not for you. Imagine you have a speaker. I do a lot of speaking events. Imagine if I did a speaking event with 1,000 people, and then I did that speaking event, and then afterwards I went down and I asked every single person what they thought of me. Firstly, I would get a different opinion I would get 1,000 different opinions. And I'd probably get criticized, I'd probably get judged, people probably would misunderstand me. There'd be people that are the opposite, that liked what I did, that praised, that thought it was amazing, but there would be both of them, I'm sure of it. But who do I listen to? There's always going to be that balance in life. So let those ones say what they need to say, because it probably makes them feel better within. So if people judge you, if they criticize you, if they misunderstand you, it's more a reflection of them, and just go, you know what, that's yours, I'm not taking that on board. Choose respect over approval, and when I say respect, your own self-respect of who you are, what you're here for, and understand that you don't have to get approval from everyone else. You don't have to get approval from anyone, really. And then you don't need to please everyone, because everyone won't like you. You know, it doesn't matter if you show up fully confident as the truth of who you are, people are still going to judge you. It doesn't matter if you then shrink yourself and try and fit in and try and get everyone to like you, because people will still judge you and criticize you for that. So why don't you allow yourself to be free? Why don't you allow yourself to be truly, fully you? Because it doesn't matter what you do, people are still going to judge you either way, and still people are going to like you either way. Hey, it's Brendon. Quick interruption to your regularly scheduled video. I want to let you know of an opportunity that you have to go even deeper into this work together. Now, if you have not yet, please check out the description down below. And in there, we've got links to both Launch, our 3-day event, and also Ascend, our high performance mastermind. Now, Launch, it's our 3-day event, and it's the most ruthlessly effective event to change your brain, for you to become more aware of the subconscious programs and beliefs that have been holding you back, and to teach you the tools, the techniques, and the processes to dramatically transform those programs and those beliefs and literally rewire your brain. Again, Launch, it's our 3-day event, and we run them 5 times a year. We also have Ascend, which is our 12-month high-performing mastermind for men who are committed to their growth and who want to totally recreate themselves. I literally want to send you a new birth certificate in 12 months' time because you've grown that much. So if you're a man and you want to go fast, you want to go big, and you understand that you don't want to put off living life at your potential, and you don't want to hold on to any unnecessary stress, anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, or suffering, and you want to be liberated from those habits of thinking and live life to the fullest. So check out the links in the description, take a look at the program information and the amazing success stories from the men just like you who have gone through some of their programs, and I'll see you on the other side. And now, let's get back to the video. You've just got to choose to respect yourself, because the people who matter in your life, they don't need you to shrink yourself to make them feel better. You weren't born to be liked. You weren't born to fit in. You were born to be real. You were born to be you. That's why everyone is different, because they're born to be them and their unique expression of who they are. But somewhere along the lines, we learn that who we are, or who we think we are, is not good enough. It doesn't fit in. We're going to be alone. All these other stories that comes from programming through childhood. So if you want to be liked and fit in, you're going to spend your whole life feeling that you don't fit in and feeling like people don't like you. So just be you. If you need permission, you shouldn't need permission, but if you do, let this be your permission. Number 6, you won't be happy if you're being someone else just trying to fit in with others. It's very similar to what I mentioned just before, but be yourself and do it with pride. Being authentic, it's freedom. It's freeing for you to know that you can be who you are and not have to try and put a mask on and be someone that you're not. Trying to wear a mask to fit in will always feel heavy. You will always feel disconnected from yourself. Authenticity is the highest vibrational frequency. If you're vibrating at that and being like, yep, this is who I am, showing up who you are and not trying to fit in, people are going to resonate with that, because it's like, that's that higher vibrational frequency. People want to be around that. If you feel tired, if you feel disconnected and hollow, it's because you are not being your true self. You know, I always say, people don't burn out, they lack drive and they lack purpose. So that means if you burn out, if you feel burnt out, if you feel tired, if you feel disconnected and hollow, it's because you don't have purpose and you don't feel that drive in that direction. And you're trying to fit in and be someone that you're not. Happiness isn't found in being accepted by others. This is the mindset shift we need to get away from. People accepting you isn't going to make you happy. It's by accepting yourself. Being happy within yourself comes from accepting yourself fully, loudly, proudly. There is only one you on this planet. Think of how unique you are. That's your power. Use that power that you have. Don't waste it trying to be a copy of someone else. Don't try and copy someone else because you think that you need to be them. You can model others. If people have achieved what you want to achieve, you can model them, go, you know what, I like how that person does this. I'm going to take maybe them on board. But don't try and be someone else, because you never will. You will never be able to be someone else. You will only ever be able to be yourself. And the thing is, you just have to accept yourself fully, because there's only you on this planet. You're the only one. You're the unique expression of who you are. That is your power, and that is your gateway to freedom. And number 7, those who are stuck in their own misery will try and drag you down into their dark hole. Don't let anyone steal your joy. Don't let anyone steal your dream. You might have a dream of going, you know what, I want to build this, and someone goes, oh, I don't know if you could do that, or that's a lot of work, or, just, worry about what's going on here. They're stealing your dream. They're trying to pull you into their dark hole of misery. Don't allow yourself to be pulled down into that hole. Some people aren't looking for the light. They're just afraid that you will remind them of their darkness. Let me say that again. Some people aren't looking for light. They're just afraid of that you will remind them of their darkness. And when they see you rising, when they see you laughing, growing, evolving, becoming more successful, it triggers them. And they don't like that. And so when they get triggered, they try and pull you back down again, because that's the crabs in the bucket analogy. Because you're reminding them of how unsuccessful they are, how they're not growing, how they're not rising, and the darkness inside of them. And hurt people, and that's when they attack you. You are not responsible for saving everyone. You are not the one who has to fix everyone else's problems, and you are not here to dim your light for someone who refuses to open their eyes in the first place. Protect your energy, guard your joy. You can love people, yes, but don't let them chain you to their pain. Don't let others rip you down and then anchor you in their own pain and connect you with their pain. Because then you will feel like that's yours and you have to take responsibility for it and you have to fix it, but it's not yours to fix. Because you're actually doing someone a disservice by not allowing them to sit in their pain and heal what they need to heal. Some of our events that we do, I let people in purpose sit in their shit. One of the last 3-day events we did, there was a guy on day 2, and I know he was getting so frustrated because he kept wanting my help. The day before, he was like always wanting my help, and I helped him through, but every time it was like, he was like, I need help, I can't do this. And I knew it was a pattern playing out where he needed someone to save him, and he was going through his life because I'd known a little bit about him. And so I was like, I need him to understand that I'm not here to save him, because he needs to save himself. And he was, when I brought him on it to work, coach him and help him, and it was near one of the last processes on day 2 that day. He had the biggest breakthrough ever, because I realized that he needed to sit in it, because I'm not there to save him, and I'm not getting anchored to his pain. That's his pain. He's got to feel it. He's got to sit in it. He's got to heal it. But if you don't have that awareness, people are going to anchor you to that. And then you're going to feel like it's yours, and you're going to feel like you have to save them, or you have to fix it. You have to resolve that. But it's not yours. Remember, do not dim your light for someone else who refuses to even open their eyes in the first place. So that is those 7 lies. Remember, life is short, but it can be deep. It can be really meaningful. The pain, the pressure, the chaos, it's all part of it. Some of the most painful experiences in my life have the purpose, and the thing that's right on the other side of that is being the best thing ever. But so is laughter. So is the peace. So is the growth. So is the moments of quiet joy. That is all in life too, and that's a part of life as well. Now, these 7 truths aren't just advice, they're anchors. Come back to them when you feel like life's getting loud, and remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be real. You need to be present. Be where your feet are, and keep becoming more of a better version of yourself, and keep becoming the person that you know that you're meant to be, the one that you are. I always say, imagine if you get to the end of life and you get to meet the person who you could have been, and you're standing there looking at him, and you're either looking at a mirror going, that's exactly who I am, or you're looking at someone and going, man, I didn't do anywhere near as much. All those times when I could have been doing more. All those times when I should have been believing in myself. All those times when I listened to other people's opinions, and I had to live this life, I didn't get to live who I was meant to be. That is your life. You've only got one shot at it. It's only short. It goes quick, but make the most of it. and I see you in the next video. You made it to the end of the video. You are the true top 1%. Now, don't forget to like and comment below what you got your biggest takeaway was. I love hearing that. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. The biggest insight, realization. I read them all and I like seeing what you got from this. Now, if you'd also like to grab my copy of my free ebook, 4 Rules Any Man Can Follow to Radically Transform His Life, click on the link down below in the description in this video. And if you love this video, you can check out some of the other videos on here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.